Good afternoon. This is a short video comparing the P320 Sig to the M17. Okay, so we're going to look at the magazines first. So here we have the magazines. 30 shot one on the left. This is for obviously the P320, and the M17 is a 20 round. Now if you buy spares of these, they're only 20 shot. It comes with a 30 shot. These are 20 shot. The way these work, obviously that goes straight in the bottom of the actual grip, and the CO2 goes in the back. This, you put the CO2 in here, so you've got a cam here which you open like that, you pull all the way down. It's a levered one like that, see, hinged. Lubricate your CO2, pop it in there, and then what you do, you just push that all the way up. There's a cam here that pushes the CO2 up and pierces it like that. Okay, so just make sure the neck of the actual CO2 capsule is in there, in the valve, before you do that, otherwise you could damage it. Okay, the magazine, yeah, they load exactly the same way. You flip them open, put your pellets in. I've used some silicone oil on the belts, on the links, to make them smooth, and it does work. And then basically you just push it in like so. One-handed here with my camera phone on, and just push it and it locks in. Okay, and then if you turn it on the side, you'll see the button there. You just press it and it releases it, and it's spring loaded, so if you press this you'll see it pop out like so. Okay, so that's how the magazine works. Right, going over to the pistols now. Obviously the P320 is non-field strippable. It's got a single safety on the side. So you push it forward, you've got a red dot. Okay, there's no ejection port. It's actually all cast into the actual top slide, and it's got white dots front and back. Okay, the stippling on this grip, this plastic, feels better than the M17. I think there's something about it. It just feels a better quality. So yeah, trigger. The actual comes out in a bit, but the triggers feel identical because the way the internal systems work are almost identical as well. In fact, they are identical. You can see by the way that the actual belts are indexed, yeah, that they are identical, you see. Okay, so going on to the M17. Now the M17, as the difference apart from the magazine, is the valve. Yeah, the valve is actually inside the grip, and see if we can focus on it, get some light on it. There you go, you see the valve. So when you push a magazine and it locks in, yeah, no problem, it seats straight away, there's no loss of CO2. But when you eject it with the magazine and release, you'll have a little hiss of CO2 as it breaks the seal. That's all you'll get. So it shouldn't have no leaks going in, and you'll lose a little bit when you eject it to reload the belt magazine. Okay, fully field strippable, so you basically bring the slide back to that position there, in line with this, rotate it down, and you can take the top slide off. You can take the barrel out for clearing any blockages, which you shouldn't really get if you're careful, and also any lubrication and cleaning. The safety is ambidextrous. Both sides, you've got a red dot on this side, yeah, just there, and on the other side. It is quite stiff and new, but it improved with use. Again, same sights. Slide fully back, you've got an open ejection port, so you can actually see all the way through the actual to the magazine, where the magazine goes in. Yeah, won't show you this because obviously one-handed. And also you can actually take this plate off, and I believe the real steel, you can put a red dot on it, and I'm not sure whether a real steel red dot would fit that, but you can actually remove that plate. Yeah, the screws inside, no problem to remove it. I've fitted lasers on both mine. I got these off eBay. They're basically a, well, not to lie about it, they're Enfield copies, but these were like under a tenner each, and they work very well. They come with 6 batteries and 3 Allen keys, and they work really well, just as good as the Enfield, which is about 2.5 times the price. Okay, triggers, yeah, coming back to the triggers actually are really nice. They feel identical in pull and brake, and really they should do, because obviously it's the same internal system. So yeah, the stippling, I just feel that the M17 plastic here just feels a bit, well, it just feels a bit cheaper than the actual. I think the actual P320 just feels a better quality plastic, but this feels a bit, well, a bit cheap. But yeah, it's a good pistol. They both shoot very well. If you can see iron sights, you'll get a reasonable group, but put a laser on and that'll improve, basically because there's the play in the top slides. As with all these pellet pistols, there's a certain amount of play, and that's always going to affect the actual accuracy. Okay, so I hope you like that little video. Thanks for watching.